Hey guys, so today this is Mr. Hernandez, sorry. So today we're going to be going over division. We'll be dividing 4-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. It's okay if you don't know how to do that yet. That's the whole point of this video, is to help me show you how to do that. Okay, so I put a little cheat sheet up here on the top to help you know what a dividend is, what a divisor is, and what a quotient is when we're using the roof method for division. So inside of the roof is going to be our dividend, the number we're dividing. Outside of the roof on this side is our divisor, the number we're using to divide. And then the number on top is going to be our quotient, which is the answer to the division problem. Okay, so we're going to be using those vocabulary words throughout the video, so just to help you kind of remember what those words mean. So let's go ahead and try a problem down here. So our dividend is going to be 1,246. Okay, and our divisor is going to be, let's see, how about 10? And so all we have to do now is figure out what our quotient is. So let's go ahead and try and figure that out together. So let's see, can 10 go into 1? Can 10 go into 1? No, right? So we're going to put a 0 above where that 1 should be. So after we figured out that can't go in, we're going to go to the next numbers together. So 1 and 2 would make 12. So can 10 go into 12? Well, yes, it can, right? And let's see, how many times can it go in? Well, let's count by tens on the side. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Can 10 go into 12 two times? No, it can only go in once. So I'm going to put 1 up here, and then we subtract 10 times 1, which is 10. So we subtract 10 from 12, minus 10. So 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we just have 2. So 10 cannot go into 2 at all. So we're going to take this 4 and bring it back down with our 2. So now it becomes 24. So now we have to see how many times can 10 go into 24. Well, let's see on the cheat sheet we made on the side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we already went over, right? Because only twice. 10 times 2 is 20, and 20 is as close as we can get to 24 without going over. So we're going to put 2 up here because we multiply 10 times 2 to get 20. See if we do 10 times 2, we get 20. Or you can just count here and subtract 20. So 4 minus 0 is 4. 2 minus 2 is 0, and then we still have that 0. So now we have 4. We can't put 10 to 4, so we bring down this 6 right next to our 4. So now it's 46. Okay, so now that we have that, we have to see how many times can 10 go into 46. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't go 5 times because that would be 50, which is over 46. So it can go in 4 times. So we're going to put 4 because that's how many times it goes in. 10 times 4 is 40, so subtract 40. 6 minus 0 is 6, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So can we keep going? Well, 10 cannot go into 6. We don't have any numbers over here, no numbers here to bring down with our 6, so that means we have a remainder. So our quotient, which is the top number right here, the answer we got, is 124. And then we have a remainder of 6. So we have 124 remainder 6. So let's try out another problem. Okay, so now we're going to be dividing 1,032 by 12. So our dividend is 1,032. Our divisor is 12, and now we have to find our quotient. So one thing we can do is count by 12s on the side to help us figure out what we're going to be multiplying to divide. So let's go ahead and just put a little cheat sheet over here. So all you would have to do is just add 12 plus 12 plus 12 over and over. So 12 plus 12 would be 24. And then just keep going up, it would be 36. And then 48, 60, and 72. So we're just going to go ahead and stop right there. So how many times can 12 go into 1? Well, it can't, right? It's too big. So we're going to put 0 right there. So now we have to see how many times can 12 go into 10? Well, it's still a little too small of a number, isn't it? 12 is bigger than 10. So now we have to see, we'll put a 0 up here. How many times can 12 go into 103? So we've already counted up to 72, but it looks like we're going to have to keep going. So after 72, we would have 84. After 84, it would be 96. And then 108. And after that would be 120, yeah. No, we can't use 108 because that goes over 103. So we're going to go with 96. So how many times do we multiply 12 to get to 96? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 12 times 8 gets me 96. So I'm going to put 8 up here. And we're going to subtract 96 from 103. So what's 3 minus 6? Well, we have to borrow from our neighbor for it to be bigger. So we would take away from 1, which would turn into 0. This 0 would turn into 10, but we still want to take it to the next to 3. We want 3 to be bigger. So instead of 10, this is going to be 9. Then this number 3 will turn into 13. Hopefully that made sense. All I did was take 1 away from 1 and then take it to the 0. Instead of being 10, I put it to 9 because I still borrowed 1 from that number as well, and I take it to the 3, making it 13. So 13 minus 6 is 7. Hopefully you had that. Then 9 minus 9 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. So we have 7. 12 cannot go into 7, so I'm going to go ahead and bring down this 2. And we're going to multiply two numbers with 12 to get 72. So what's 12? How many times can 12 go into 72? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly 6 times. Because 12 times 6 is 72. So I'm going to put 6 up here. And then since we did 12 times 6, 72, we subtract 72. 2 minus 2 is 0. 7 minus 7 is 0. And these are all zeros as well. We don't have any remainders whatsoever. And our quotient is 86. So I'm going to put 86 is my answer, my quotient. So just to review again, my dividend was 1,032. My divisor was 12, and my quotient is 86. Hopefully that makes sense so far, guys. Let's try another one. So for this last one we're going over together, we have a dividend that is 3,578. We have a divisor that is 25, and we still have to find our quotient. So I'm going to go ahead and start making my cheat sheet with the 25s. You can think of 25s as quarters, so 1 quarter is 25, 2 quarters is 50 cents, 3 quarters is 75, 4 quarters makes $1, and then you just start over again. So 125, 150, 175, and then 200. And you can keep going and going. So we're going to go ahead and stop at 200. So how many times can 25 go into 3? 25 into 3. Well, it can go 0, right? Because it's still too big of a number to go into 3. How many times can 25 go into 35? Well, we know 25 itself can, but can it go twice? Well, no, because 50 is 25 times 2, and that's still bigger than 35. So we're going to stick with 25, which is just 25 times 1. So we subtract 25. 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. 25 cannot go into 10. So we bring down this 7 here. And then we see how many times can 25 go into 107. Well, we know 25 times 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, which is pretty close to 107. If we multiply 25 times 5, we would get 125, which is a little bigger. So we're going to stay with 25 times 4. So I put 4 up here. And since it's 25 times 4, which is 100, we subtract 100. 7 minus 0 is 7, 0 minus 0 is 0, and 1 minus 1 is 0. 25 cannot go into 7, so we're going to bring down our 8. So now we have to see how many times can 25 go into 78. I'm going to let you go ahead and figure that part out on your own. I'm going to give you a few seconds to see. All right. So if you looked at the cheat sheet or you just remembered the quarters, we know that 25 times 1, 2, 3 is 75. 25 times 3 is 75, which is really close to 78. So we're going to put 3. 25 times 3 is 75, so we subtract 75. So 8 minus 5 is 3. 7 minus 7 is 0, and all of these are still zeros. So we know that we have no more numbers here to bring down, and 25 cannot go into 3, so we stop there. So our quotient is going to be 143, and we have a remainder of 3. So 143 remainder 3 is our quotient for this division problem. So let's try one more thing. All right, guys, you're going to be doing this one on your own. You're going to be putting the quotient in the comments down below, or you can send them as a message on Seesaw, whichever one is easier for you guys. So our dividend is 1,612. Our divisor is 26, and we still have to find our quotient. So how I'm going to help you with this one is I'm going to give you the first 4 multiples for 26. So just remember that multiples are when you're counting by a number going upward. So 26 is my first multiple for 26. After that, it would be 52, because 26 times 2 is 52. Our third one would be 78. And our fourth one would be 104. If you need to go higher than that, you have to go ahead and do that one on your own. So you would do 104 plus 26, and that would get you your next one, and then so on and so on. Or you can just multiply them, whichever one seems easiest. So just remember that this is 26 times 1, this number is 26 times 2, this one's 26 times 3, and this one's 26 times 4. So go ahead and use the steps that I showed you throughout the video. Try, on your own using these vocabulary words, because I really want you guys to remember those. And then comment down below, like I said. You guys are doing great so far. I miss you guys, so go ahead and do your best and stay awesome.